When you think of rock legends, two names stand tall among the rest: Jimmy Page of Led Zeppelin and Ritchie Blackmore of Deep Purple and Rainbow. Both guitar icons, both pioneers, both known for redefining what it meant to be a rock guitarist in the golden age of music. But what really went on between them? Was there admiration, rivalry, jealousy? Now, at 81, Jimmy Page is finally lifting the curtain, and what he's revealing about Ritchie Blackmore might just change the way you see them both. The golden era of guitar gods, the 1970s, were an explosive time for rock music. Led Zeppelin was setting the world on fire with albums like Led Zeppelin 4 and Physical Graffiti, while Deep Purple and later Rainbow were carving their own legacies. And at the center of these powerhouses stood two enigmatic figures, Page and Blackmore. Both were masters of their craft. Jimmy Page was known for his dark, mystical riffs and his wizard-like presence on stage. Ritchie Blackmore, on the other hand, was a technician, cold, calculated, and brilliant. Fans always wondered, did these two titans of the guitar world respect each other, or were they secretly feuding? The unspoken competition for decades, rumors swirled that there was tension between Page and Blackmore. Some claimed Blackmore dismissed Zeppelin's success as overrated hype. Others said Page found Blackmore arrogant and impossible to work with, but neither ever said much until now. In a recent rare interview, Jimmy Page opened up. Calm, reflective, and honest, he spoke candidly about his long-running, complicated view of Ritchie Blackmore. Jimmy Page breaks his silence. Page began by acknowledging Blackmore's undeniable talent. There's no denying it, Ritchie was one of the best. Technically, he was ahead of most of us, Page admitted. He had that classical influence, and his playing was razor sharp. But Page didn't stop there. He also revealed that their paths often crossed in more uncomfortable ways. There was always this distance between us. We weren't close. Ritchie kept to himself. He was intense, a bit cold. I tried to reach out a few times, not to be best mates, but just as fellow musicians. It never really clicked. Page even recalled a moment backstage at a European festival in the late 70s. We said hello, very brief. He didn't really look at me, just nodded and walked off. That kind of summed it up. Respect, but not friendship. Despite the chilly dynamic, Page emphasized that he never carried hate or jealousy, only curiosity. I always watched what he was doing. Rainbow's music, some of it was brilliant. Stargazer, Man on the Silver Mountain. I thought, now that's a guitarist thinking differently. He pushed boundaries in his own way, but the respect wasn't always mutual. Blackmore, in previous interviews, had sometimes taken subtle jabs at Zeppelin's success, suggesting they were more about the spectacle than the music. Page shrugged those comments off. Ritchie could be prickly. That was just his way. Maybe he saw competition where I didn't. I was just focused on creating magic with Zeppelin. Whatever he thought, that was his story. Looking back at 81 now, at 81, Page seems to view it all with the wisdom of time. We were all young, hungry, and sometimes foolish. I don't hold grudges. I wish we'd had more of a connection. But in the end, we were both trying to do something new. And in that sense, maybe we understood each other more than we ever realized. The real takeaway? Two legends, vastly different personalities, but both driven by a passion for pushing the guitar into new worlds. Closing thoughts: a legacy of greatness. Jimmy Page and Ritchie Blackmore may never have shared the stage or a drink together, but they shared something far more powerful, a role in shaping the very foundation of rock music. Their rivalry, real or imagined, only fueled their creative fire. And now, with Page finally speaking up, fans are getting a glimpse into a side of rock history that was always kept in the shadows. Whether you're Team Page or Team Blackmore, one thing's certain: we were lucky to witness their genius, even if it came with a side of mystery and ego. Because let's face it, legends are never born from harmony. They're forged in fire.